Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, afternoon, night, based on where you are. I see a lot of you already here. You're 1 minute late, 1 minute early, which is amazing. That's the attitude. That's definitely the spirit here. Thank you for joining us. Definitely going to give folks some time to join. Hector, so excited. Hi. Wonderful. Well, actually, a lot of you are already doing this. You're far ahead of me. As you can see, we've got a chat going on the right-hand side. So please let us know where you're joining us from. Thank you for the OpenPhone love, Mark. I appreciate it. We feel it. We feel the love. Miami, Ottawa. I'm in San Francisco. I don't even know what the weather is like. I think it's good and sunny. I'll have to check it after the event. Canada, Toronto, thank you. Our hometown. Wonderful. UK, amazing. Nashville, welcome. It's amazing to have all of you from all over the country, from across the world. This is absolutely exciting. From Russia, Mother Russia, yep. Cool. Turkey, incredible. Thank you so much for joining. We are going to get started in just a moment, just giving folks some time. So let's give people a couple of minutes to join us as we get rolling here. Amazing to see so many of you here. And the folks from the OpenPhone team in the chat, if you want to say you're from OpenPhone, that would be great. We'll have a lot of questions. There's going to be a Q&A portion, so please don't be shy. Leave your questions for us there. Toronto, Denver, Colorado, wonderful. Welcome, Jason. Hi, Kai.
Hey.
Here you are. Welcome. All good. No event goes by without technical issues. So if we got that out of the way, this is perfect. Cool. Well, we'll be rolling just in a moment. Let's see. Rainy. Yeah, I have to see what the weather looks like here. It's pretty sunny in San Francisco. Nothing too crazy. California, welcome, Bridget. Awesome. Well, let's get started. For those of you who are going to be slightly late, no problem. This is being recorded. So if anything, all of this is going to go into your inbox as well. But first of all, thank you so much to all of you for being here. We're so excited to have you join us as we do this really big, exciting launch. So thank you so much for being with us. As we get started, my name is Daryna. I'm a co-founder at OpenPhone. Some of you probably know me. If you've been a long-time customers, thank you. Chances are we've talked plenty of times. And I have my colleague Kai here.
Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Kai. I'm the lead product designer here at OpenPhone. Fun fact, I'm actually from Sydney, Australia. Do we have anyone from Australia today? It's 2 a.m, so I'm assuming maybe not, but we'll see. Nice to meet you all.
That would be a fair assumption. And how many Red Bulls have you had so far, Kai? Or cups of coffee?
More than one.
More than one. Got it. Well, I'm on my first one. Not Red Bull coffee for me, but awesome. Well, let's keep. Yeah, thank you so much. We're very excited to have all of you here, and I wanted to also introduce Ty Hale, who is going to be our moderator. Many of you know him as well. He leads our customer experience team at OpenPhone. So he'll be moderating the chat, answering your questions. And also, I wanted to mention now that we have a Q&A at the end of the event where we will be raffling 3 amazing swag packages. I don't know if you can see my t-shirt. You get an OpenPhone t-shirt as a part of that. So all you have to do is stick around until Q&A and ask a good question at the end. It doesn't even have to be good, to be honest. Just ask a question. I mean, we want it to be good. And you will participate in the draw. So stick around and get some OpenPhone swag. Now, as we move forward here, first and foremost, as we are about to launch this this massive update, I wanted to go back in time to 3 years ago when we started OpenPhone. And we started OpenPhone with one mission: to help businesses grow. And what we realized is that phone is such a critical communication channel for a lot of businesses, yet the software that's powering it is so clunky, outdated, really uninspiring. We really thought that we can do better. And we thought that we can create a phone that is built for work. Because let's face it, your regular phone app is not built for work. It's not collaborative. It's not integrated with other tools you use. And also the user experience is also not delightful, as we like to say. So before I share what it is that we are launching, let me tell you a very quick story. So this winter break over the holidays, our team was, collaborated on responding to text messages on our OpenPhone support number. And if you've ever texted us, you know we do support through text. And what we realized as we were taking turns in responding to messages is that it was so difficult to do proper handoff. It was so limiting because we couldn't say, "Hey, Ty, for example, could you help me with this question?" We basically did screenshots of messages and then posted those in Slack, and then kind of had to remember to follow up. As you can probably tell, it was super frustrating, and that experience of not being able to easily collaborate in OpenPhone got us to this point. Also, we heard a lot of your feedback. So these two things combined, and they brought us to today, and they brought us to what I'm about to share. So let me quickly pull up a video. All right. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, this is out. We've launched OpenPhone for Teams and HubSpot integration. So I'm just so excited to be able to share this. To be honest, this video on its own, we've tried to keep it private for a while, but really excited to have it out. And let me tell you a little bit more about exactly what we've launched and what this means for you. Let's quickly get back into the presentation here. All right. Yeah, so OpenPhone for Teams, here we go. A new chapter for OpenPhone, and really excited about these new capabilities that we have now available for your team. So before I jump into sharing what's inside, and Cai will also give you a pretty detailed demo, I do want to share that we are live on Product Hunt. Ty will drop a link in the chat if you want to give us some love. I know our team wouldn't forgive me if I forgot to mention this. So please give us some love and look out for a link in the chat. Now, here is what's live today. First, we are introducing the ability for you to collaborate with your team in threads. Threads are organized right in the context of the message or call or really any activity in OpenPhone, so you can easily loop your team in and get help on whether it's issues, questions, leave feedback, what have you. We're really excited to see what you do with threads. And this is available already. You can start leaving comments for your team or for yourself, for what it's worth, right in your OpenPhone inbox. Now, of course, threads would be very limiting if we did not allow for mentions. The beauty of threads and mentions is that you can now almost like a digital version of tapping your team member on the shoulder and saying like, hey, Cai, could you help me out here? So you can tag your teammate and they will get notified right in their OpenPhone app about about whatever you ask them to do or whatever you left for them. So absolutely mentions is going out. Reactions. Now this one may seem like a small thing, but you're using reactions and emoji on Messenger, on I don't think WhatsApp, on iMessage, on basically on every messenger that you use for fun, for personal. So why not use this at work? So you can now react with emoji both internally and externally. And Cai will show you a little bit more on this. I know I'm going to use this a lot. So hey, this is coming for me. And of course, last but certainly not least, we are launching our HubSpot integration. Finally, I know many of you have been waiting for this, and it did take us a little longer than expected to get it out. But that's because, we talked to many of you. We actually worked closely with some of you on really making sure we do this right. So we log calls and text messages. We log all OpenPhone activity to HubSpot. So if you are using HubSpot CRM, you do have that single source of truth. Cai will show you this in detail and tell you more. And let me pass it on to him. Take it away, Cai. Excited for the demo.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Okay, so just checking everyone can see my screen. Yes, that is working. Okay, so here we are in the OpenPhone app. If you've used OpenPhone before, this will look familiar to you. If you haven't used it before, I'll just quickly run through what we have here. So we have on the left-hand side, we have our navigation panel. And over here, we have our different phone numbers. So the way it works is each phone number we treat as an individual inbox. And that can be both private phone numbers that only you have access to, as well as shared phone numbers that you and your workspace can use together and collaborate with together. We're going to be using this main inbox. Let me just move that up there. So within an inbox, you have your open conversations on the left, you have your active conversation in the middle, and then you also have your contact panel on the right, which has contact information and contact notes. So here we go. So obviously we can see Sarah has messaged us here and she's having a problem with her account. Now, normally I could just reply back to Sarah straight away. But actually in this instance, I want to loop in some of my teammates and get their help on figuring out this problem. And so this is where internal threads comes into play. So you can create an internal thread on any type of message. So that could be text messages, that could be images and videos, GIFs, even missed calls with like call recordings or voicemail. Any type of message can be you can create a thread off of. So I'm just going to hover over this message here. You have some options here, and there you go. That's how you kind of start creating that thread. So as Daryna mentioned, threads are internal and kind of visible only to your workspace. So even though here we're creating a thread on this message from Sarah, Sarah's not going to see this. This is just for you behind the scenes with you and your team to work through solutions, work through problems behind the scenes and get to a solution. So I can write a message here. And there we go. My thread is created. Now, obviously on its own, and especially if you're in a bigger team, maybe there's a lot of different conversations going on. Especially if you need to work through something, when you create that thread, it doesn't necessarily mean that the right person is going to see that straight away. So that's where mentioning comes in. And we really feel like mentioning and internal threads go hand in hand. So rather than just leaving this message here, what I'm actually going to do is mention someone so that I can direct them to this thread. So there's two ways to do that. I can either click on this option here, and I can choose to mention someone, or I can actually just type @ on my keyboard, and that brings up the mention window. So as you can see, I can scroll, I can choose, who I want to mention. I can even mention the whole inbox if I want to alert everyone at once. In this instance, I'm just going to type here, choose Robert, write a message, and there we go. So now not only have I created an internal thread, I've actually mentioned someone, and like I said, that will direct them to this thread. So the way that works is we now have a new section in the side panel called activity here. And mine's empty right now. I don't have any activity at the moment. But once you start getting mentions, they will start to live as notifications inside your activity feed here. So it means that Robert, for instance, will get that notification. He can click on that notification, go straight to this thread, no matter where he is in the app, and jump straight in. So you can kind of work on that solution and get to that resolution as quickly as possible. So that's internal threads and mentioning. Before I talk about reactions, one other feature I want to mention is this here's mark as resolved. So as you can see, internal threads are in line in the conversation. That was something that was very important to us. We wanted to make sure that as you create these threads, you have the full context of that whole conversation with that contact or with that customer. So we didn't want threads to be in a side panel or in a separate screen. We really wanted them to be in line in the conversation, so you have that full context. So when a thread is open, we have it open by default. And so it kind of like, it ensures that it has the right amount of attention to it. But once you get to that resolution, whether that's a few messages or maybe, even 100 messages inside that thread, eventually you get to a solution, you can mark that as resolved, and that will just collapse that thread down. So once you have got to that solution, you can close that down, and it just means anyone who's jumping into this conversation later on, they can see straight away at a glance which threads still need some attention, and then which threads they can kind of like ignore for now. So we also, it's worth mentioning actually, even if you resolve a thread, that doesn't lock you out. You can still open it. You can still check the history of that conversation. You can also still reply. It's just a way of kind of easily kind of collapsing it down and kind of indicating to everyone what needs attention and what doesn't. So I'm just going to unresolve this. The next thing to talk about is reactions. So as Daryna mentioned, you probably use something like this in other apps that you use. So we really wanted to bring that to OpenPhone, and it's a really fun and lightweight of, kind of like reacting and communicating. But actually, sometimes, reacting with an emoji is actually sometimes easier than even writing a message. So that might be the thumbs up for a good job, or maybe the hands for, thank you, that kind of thing. So yeah, we really wanted to bring that to OpenPhone. So you can do that both in internal communication as well as external communication. So internal here, for instance, I can react on my own message, for instance. But again, if I was to react on someone else's message or they react to mine, that also lives in your activity feed. So you can see exactly, have full transparency on who's reacting to what. You don't miss those things there. You can also react inside your direct messages as well down here. And then within external communication, you can also react with an emoji. So right here, I can hover over this message. I can either choose one of these defaults, or I can actually choose any emoji I want. I'm just going to go with the eyes, maybe. There we go. And the way this works is similar to something like iMessage. So if your contact is not on OpenPhone, we'll just send them a message saying that you reacted with this emoji to their message. So again, even externally, we have like, no one misses out and everyone's in the loop in terms of who's reacting to each kind of message. So that's reactions. Before I jump into HubSpot, it's worth mentioning also that while it's not live right now, we are working on adding mentioning and also reacting on your contact notes as well. So that's something to look forward to as well. So the final thing to talk about is the HubSpot integration. So we actually have a video live on our YouTube channel, which goes into more detail on how to set this up and how it works. So if you want to know more, you can check out our YouTube channel after this. But very quickly, we'll jump into settings, we'll jump into integrations and HubSpot. As you can see, I've already connected my account here, but up the top here is where you would connect your OpenPhone account with your HubSpot account. Once you do that, you can turn on auto log calls and auto log messages. And what that does is once you enable that, all incoming and outgoing messages, whether that's missed calls and kind of voicemail messages, even like sending images or GIFs, all that gets logged now. So there's a single source of truth between your OpenPhone data and your HubSpot data. So you can see here, you can actually enable it for individual phone numbers. You can see we've already got it enabled for main. So I'm going to jump back to the main inbox here. And if I jump to Ashley Cooper, you can see that there's a HubSpot logo here. And so that means that this contact has actually come through from HubSpot rather than you creating it yourself in OpenPhone. So I can send Ashley a message here. And that will go through to HubSpot automatically. So if I jump through here, we've got a quick shortcut. And I can jump through to HubSpot. You can see right away, here's the message already. And then if she was to reply to me, that would also automatically appear in your HubSpot HubSpot account. So I can refresh here. There we go. It's right there. So like I said, it's automatic. Everything's synced. So then now there's a single source of truth between all your data. It's now kind of working the same way. So that's HubSpot. And so those are all the features we wanted to share today. That's internal threads and mentioning, reacting, both internal communication as well as external communication, and also our HubSpot integration. So before I give it back to Daryna, a few points I want to make. The first is these are also coming to the iOS app. I don't believe it's live on the App Store right now, but it will be coming shortly. So if you're an iOS user, you can check out these features on the iOS app as well. And like Daryna said, this is live right now, so you can literally jump in. If you have an OpenPhone account already, you can jump in and just refresh the page and start using these features right away. If you don't have an OpenPhone account yet, sign up for free today. We have a 7-day free trial, so you can test it out. Jump on in and kind of use it. We all these features are in their first version, so we've already got behind the scenes a whole bunch of kind of work we're going to be doing over the next coming weeks. And even months to kind of improve this user experience, to add more features and functionality. But we really want to hear what you think as well. So we love hearing your feedback, whether that's comments, questions, things you notice. So jump on in, check it out, and let us know what you think. So yeah, that's the demo. And so I'm going to hand it back to Daryna now.
Thank you, Cai. That was awesome. I'm excited about all the features. We've been so excited and preparing for the launch that we kind of, in all of this craziness, I just want to actually finally use threads and mentions. So really excited about that. Let's get back into it. And we do have, don't forget, we've got our Q&A coming up. So I know many of you, and just based on the questions in the chat, I know many of you are wondering about what's next for OpenPhone and what are the things we're launching, what are we working on? And since all of you are here and we appreciate you being here so much, we will tell you what we're working on. How about that? So, as many of you already were talking about in the chat, we do have Windows app coming soon. I know you've been waiting for a while, so thank you for your patience. Just give us a little bit more time. We've got a referral program coming up. I also know many of you are looking forward to that. We love that you are already sharing OpenPhone with your friends and your team members. So please keep doing it. Don't stop. We definitely don't want you to wait until the official program, but that is coming. Now, of course, we are not stopping with HubSpot. HubSpot is the first out of many, many, many integrations that will happen on OpenPhone. And we want to know, what tools do you want to connect OpenPhone to? Please let us know in the chat. Send us a note. What platforms, what systems in your business are, whether it's your CRM or another solution that you want to connect OpenPhone to. Keep in mind, we do connect to Zapier, so that already is available, but we are absolutely interested and will be shipping a lot of native integrations. Now, this leads me to the next point, and hey, all of you are here. For us to do all of this, we need to grow our team. We've been incredibly fortunate to have an amazing team working tirelessly on this, and we are growing, we're hiring. We've got a lot of jobs open. I know Ty will drop a link to our jobs page. Look, if you're excited about what we're up to here, please apply. We would love to talk to you. We would love to meet you. Lots of roles available. And this is a really fun time to join OpenPhone because, we are growing and there are so many problems, so many exciting problems to solve. So whether it's you or your friend, we'd love to talk to you. Now, last but certainly not least, as we mentioned, here we are, Q&A. Keep in mind, this is the point at which all of your questions, we will make sure we have you participate in the draw for some really sweet OpenPhone swag packages. So please come on, ask your questions. I know many of you have been posting already, but we want more, right? We are here to answer your questions. So let's see. I'll take the first one. I see a question from Hector about three-way calling and whether it's coming. A great question, Hector. We have been talking about it, and you can probably tell that our theme right now is collaboration, and three-way calling really fits nicely with that, because our goal is to make OpenPhone much better, both for individuals and teams. So you bet this is something on our radar. I can't give you an exact timeline, but if anyone from engineering is in the comments, maybe you can help me. But yeah, definitely on our radar. What else is here? There was a question, Kai, for you actually from Cindy about whether the demo was, talking a little bit more about your demo. So maybe, Cindy, the demo that Kai showed was on the computer, but all of this is coming to the iOS app shortly. Just stay tuned for that release from Apple, and it's also coming soon to Android. I also should mention, by the way, we did not talk about this. Our lead Android engineer, Ben, I'm not sure if he's here. We've got a really big Android release coming. We're basically launching a new Android app. So you heard it here. If you're on Android, thank you for your patience. We've got you. Stay tuned. Okay, so many questions, guys. Thank you, by the way. So they just keep coming. I'm barely keeping up. Kai, do you want to pick one? All right. Yeah, thank you. You guys are okay. I see a question from Ben about webhooks. When will webhooks be available for use? So this is something. So first of all, you can already use them through Zapier. If you want direct access, you should send us a note. This is something we've heard from many customers, and we want to make them available soon enough. So Ben, please send us a note. Also, I'm going to drop my email here in case, just for follow-up. I'm dk@openphone.co. So Ben, if you want to send me a note, just so I don't forget that you want webhooks, please, that would be awesome. All right. Hector mentioned about giving Android some love. Kai, maybe you want to talk about that a little more. We're definitely giving Android love. Android people, we love you. We love Android. Big things coming really, really soon.
Yeah, so we have basically redesigned the whole Android app. It's looking awesome at the moment. I'm not sure when that's going to go live, but yes, once it goes, all you Android users, I think you will be pleasantly surprised, because we've worked hard on completely redoing that whole experience for Android. So yeah, look forward to that.
And it's also worth mentioning, we are looking to add an Android engineer to our team. So I know Ben, who's our lead Android engineer, would appreciate me saying it. Hey, we're looking for an Android engineer. So if you want us to move faster, help us out. I don't know if there are any folks, any of you recruiters, but hey, we need help. Oh wow, so many more. James wants direct access to webhooks. Send me a note. We need to. We'll get there. Send me a note, and we'll take it from there. What else do we have? There is actually a question from Jason. It's moving very quickly up, but I'll ask. So Kai, if you want to jump in. Hi, OpenPhone team. How do you recommend reducing spam calls coming to our business lines? So I mean, the immediate answer there is we do have ability for you to set up an IVR, so you can screen calls, which means that robocalls are less likely to come through. That would be one.
Yeah, we also, I don't want to go into too many details right now because we are still conceptualizing, but we do have some new features in the pipeline that will also help further eliminate unwanted calls, whether that's people that you don't know, maybe no caller ID. So yeah, there's definitely more features, for both the mobile apps and the desktop app to improve that experience. Like I said, we're still working on exactly how that works. So I don't want to go into too many details, but I think that will help a lot once we launch that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely a lot more work there. And of course, I think it's a big problem. So we've got the team to solve it. The question from Marcella about when we can have music on hold. That's a good one too. So actually, one of the things that we've been thinking about is making really allowing you to customize that call flow and that calling experience, whether it's music on hold, or things like distinct ringtone. We've heard that one a lot. Also, ability to route calls to your team. So the one way we route calls now is sort of simultaneously, whoever on your team is available, the OpenPhone rings everyone, but we do want to allow you to customize that more. So stay tuned, and definitely more to do on that front. And Oscar, yeah, importer ringtones available. Ringtones, yeah. Seems like people want ringtones. Kai, we have to do something about that. Like have a very, I think a big thing here is like have a very distinct and cool OpenPhone ringtone that would be unique.
That's yeah, I think maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll hire some composers or something, get some custom ringtones going. I just saw a question from Lindsay Johnson. She asks, will there be a centralized inbox that contains communications from all numbers? So this is a great question. I don't have a solid concrete answer for this, but again, this is something we are working on in the background in terms of better ways, especially for bigger teams where you have lots of shared numbers, better ways of organizing those multiple shared numbers. You know, you might find yourself having 2 or 3 lines, all for support or all for sales, not just one. So we're definitely working on ways to improve that experience, whether that's with some kind of grouping or something like that. We're still working through that. But yeah, be sure that we are, that's definitely a priority for us.
Yeah. I did see a question I wanted to, there was a question about pricing. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was a question about, I'm just looking at, and I kind of knew this question would be coming, the question about pricing, whether you can turn on premium features on a specific number or on a specific user. And so premium features, including the HubSpot integration is connected to your entire workspace at the workspace level. So if you do want the HubSpot integration, you do have to upgrade your entire account to premium. That said, if you pay annually, we give you 20% off. So there is that. And also, you know, there is a lot more in premium that's coming. So yeah. Just wanted to clarify that. If you have questions about that, by the way, also feel free to send me a note, and you know, happy to help. So many questions, guys. By the way, thank you. This is incredible.
Just a question from Abby. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is there a replay? You missed it due to a customer call. Yes, for sure. This has been recorded. So after this is done, there will be a recording. And I believe, Daryna, we're also going to be putting this recording on our YouTube channel at some point. So you can check it out there and watch if you missed it there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be putting this on YouTube. If we are also working on creating, this is a side note, but we want to create a lot more useful content for you all on YouTube. So if you have ideas for videos or things you want to learn more about, let us know, and we will make a video for you.
Daryna, I just saw a question from Hector, which I think would be a good one for you to answer. Where do we go for feature requests? And if there is any, can you post it here so everyone can vote? So is there a way where people can request stuff?
So we've been talking about it, and I think so. Right now, let me just share this. We use a wonderful tool called Herald. Plug for Herald; they're amazing. Maybe Ty can drop a note, drop a link to Herald. Essentially, what we do currently is when you send a note to, whether you send it to me, dk@openphone.co, or to support@openphone.co, whatever feature requests you have, whatever feedback you have, every single thing you do, we log it in a tool called Herald. And we do see internally kind of like the board with all the features and how many people want what feature. But we haven't yet made it public. So let me think on that, because we've thought about at some point making it public, just hasn't happened yet. So for now, send us a note to support@openphone.co, or me personally, dk@openphone.co, and we will log it. But yeah, every single piece of feedback does not, like Ty can also share more about our process there.
I just saw a question from Angelo. again, I hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. When may we see design unification between adding credits, like for international texting versus upgrade subscription? So I guess a kind of like a blanket answer for that is the whole settings experience. So whether you're jumping into settings for, managing your account, managing your profile, adding, managing billing, that is kind of being reworked in the background. It's probably not as big a priority as some of these other features that we've, maybe shared today, but that is certainly something on my radar. I can't say when that will be kind of revamped and updated, but that is definitely something that we are aware of. And me personally, I will be looking to kind of just polish that whole design experience for settings in general. And that will, of course, include, your kind of credits and billing and that kind of stuff.
That's a good one.
Yes, it's definitely on the roadmap for sure.
So thank you for the questions, by the way. This is so much fun. Who knew? Maybe we should have just done a hour-long Q&A, right?
Daryna,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just saw a question from Mark. I think he posted it before. So I wonder if maybe you can answer. Is there any way to have a prompt at the beginning of calls, letting the leads or customers know that the call is actually being recorded?
Not right now, but this is a really big one. And so Mark, for some context, I don't want to go too much into technical details, but there's quite a bit of work there for us to do that. I know that this is a feature I've asked like on day one, and it does require quite a bit of engineering work to make it happen. It's much harder than I personally thought, but this is something we've discussed, and this is definitely something we want to offer. So this one is big for sure, and Mark, we'll let you know when it's out. In fact, let's make a note to follow up with you once it's out. It's definitely something we want to offer for sure. I see a question about transcribing. Yeah, and another question from Zara, I hope I'm saying your name right too, about transcribing. And I'm assuming the question is about call transcription as well as auto notification when call is being recorded. So yeah, definitely more people. Look, we also want to help you notify your customers or prospects that call is being recorded. Just give us a little bit of time. We'll get there. And call transcription, I believe. Yeah, I mean, hey, call transcription has been in our vision from the beginning. So it's definitely something we've considered. And in fact, we've looked into different tools to help us deliver that. So yeah. Definitely something I think we can do it this year. So I think our engineering team who's here will be like, Daryna, what are you talking about? What are you promising? God, don't get me in trouble, guys, please. What else do we have? Oh yeah. Andrew suggesting Otter AI as a workaround for transcription. That is a great point, Andrew. And in fact, we do. So I haven't tried this out myself. If you have, please let me know. But technically, given we connect with Zapier, you can connect your OpenPhone to a service like Otter, for example, and push your recordings there and transcribe them. I believe it works. And I'm kind of just saying it because I have not tried it myself. But Andrew, if you have and it works, please let me know because we want to talk about it and we definitely want to experiment with that. So, oh yeah, more love for Otter AI. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kai, there was a question about referral programs from Russell.
Yes, that's a great question, actually. So, referrals is coming very, very soon. We were originally actually going to kind of include that in this launch here, but it kind of we decided to focus on polishing some other features. The kind of experience and the design is ready to go, and I believe most of the kind of back-end engineering work is pretty much good to go, or at least very close. So expect to see that very soon. So all you people that want to be like, referring OpenPhone to your colleagues, to your friends, that is coming very soon.
For sure. And I think there was another element of the question from Russell about the affiliate program. Frankly, we also want to have an affiliate program as well. I think it's slightly different from the referral program. That one is a little further out, but actually that one is pending on us hiring someone to join our marketing team. So there's another plug for hiring. If you want the affiliate program, send us some folks who can help us run it. It's a very real, hey, you send us candidates, we hire them, we launch that. Cool. Question from John, and I think I saw a question from, I believe, Teresa about HIPAA compliance, and definitely the importance of HIPAA compliance for our service. Absolutely something we've discussed and something that has come up. We definitely understand that for many of you, it's important, and also it's a reason why you perhaps cannot use OpenPhone. So as we grow the team, as we serve more clients in healthcare, this is going to be a focus for us. So stay tuned there. Definitely on our radar. Maybe not the sexiest thing, frankly, but hey, we gotta stay compliant. So we've got that on our radar. I see a question about Kai, about video calling. I love that all the questions about the things. Do you guys have questions about things we've launched? No. This is why by the way, another plug. This is why we're hiring. We need engineers, yes. Please.
Yeah, we have tons of ideas, tons of features we want to be shipping as quickly as possible, and that's why we are growing our company and our team. So video calling is another interesting one. We don't know how that looks for OpenPhone at the moment. We're considering, different ways that we can look at that. Certainly, internal as part of internal communication within the rest of your team and your workspace. That is definitely something we can be looking at. I don't know. There's probably other features that have a higher priority than that. But it's definitely, we're not ruling that out at all. We will be looking at that.
Yeah, I think if you think about our roadmap for the next, between now and the end of the year, there is so much more work for us to make your messaging and core voice experience better. So before we get into a net new channel like video potentially, right? We can't rule it out, but before we do something completely different, we really want to make sure we offer you the absolutely best messaging and calling experience. So that's absolutely our priority. What other questions? I see a question from Mika about bulk texting people from HubSpot. So great question. And it is a question about the feature we launched today. So I'll take that. In terms of this question, right now it's not supported. I believe what you're referring to, Mika, is the HubSpot sequencing or workflow module. I believe that's the name. We don't integrate with that yet, but I believe it's not that hard to do. At the same time, you might be able to connect that module of HubSpot to OpenPhone via Zapier. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But hey, if you, like Mika, want to do bulk texting from HubSpot, let us know, because this is why we launched the integration. We want to hear your feedback. We want to see what you do with it. And if it's very useful for many of you, we will seriously consider it. I love the question about investing in OpenPhone. Sorry, that just stood out to me. Is there any way to invest? Well, let me tell you again, I think at this point, the best way to invest in OpenPhone is to join the team. That's probably the best option. However, if you are yeah, to be fair, that's the best option at this point. How many hiring plugs have I made? I feel like thank you for not calling me out on that too much, selling too hard.
Angelo, I just saw your question around it's more for the engineering team. Why native versus something like Flutter? unfortunately, the engineer, there may be some engineering people. Actually, are there any engineering people in the chat? OpenPhone engineers? If you are, can you reply to Angela's question? Maybe what I can do, if you want, is I can if I just leave my email, I can probably answer this better, through the engineers, like offline. So my email is this. There you go. I'll get the engineers' response because obviously I don't want to speak for them, but we definitely have our reasons.
We have reasons. I like that. There has to be a t-shirt. I've got reasons. Cool. A question from Dima about openphone.com. Can you help us out?
Is it for sale?
Well, I think Dima knows something about it. Hey, email me. send me a note. What else do we have here? I saw a question about call queues. Is there ability to create call queues for different departments? So Adi, you can. So I want to make sure I'm understanding the question correctly, because you definitely can. We offer a phone menu where you can route calls to different departments. But if you want a call queue within a specific number, right now we offer a call queue of 2 people on iOS. I know it's like super limiting, but definitely offering a proper call queue is something that we've thought about. I just would love to understand your use case a little bit better, because it's just hard to tell. I'm trying to imagine that setup. So Adi, if you don't mind sending me a note, that would be awesome, because we really just want to understand how you want to route calls better, so we can improve on that. All right. Well, I do want to say we're getting close to time. We can hang out for a little bit if you still have questions. Can hang out for a bit. How are you feeling, Cai?
I'm feeling surprisingly alert and awake.
Alert. Yeah. I hope you get some rest after this. My day is starting, so I'm like getting caffeinated at this moment. Any plans on becoming a unicorn? Of course, sure. Why not? We'll take that. Look, at the end of the day, our goal here is to make an amazing product for you, and we think, like, what gets us energized is building something, getting your feedback, and improving, making lives easier for you, helping your businesses grow. So that's our main priority. We're chasing that. That's our goal, and all the other stuff that comes with it would be nice, but we're here for all of you. So
so Russ just asked, is there a way to have multiple teams, multiple companies on one account? So that's also a great question. That is something we have thought about. Again, like figuring out how that works, how exactly we want to kind of implement that type of feature is still something we're conceptualizing. So it's not on the immediate roadmap, but it's certainly something we are considering for the future.
Yeah. I see another question about Jason wants to support us on Product Hunt. Of course, Jason. We would love that. I don't know if Cai or Ty, whoever is dropping a link, let me drop a link, please. We love that.
I believe Ty dropped one earlier, but you can drop it in again.
I'll do it again. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Let's see what else. Maybe we'll take a couple last questions, right? I almost feel like I saw a question and then it's just moved up. Okay, there is a question from Abi. Please correct me if I pronounce your name wrong. Can you reserve vanity phone numbers? So if you're talking about something like 1-800-Flowers, I'm assuming that's the question. We don't have those natively on our platform. However, we can get you a vanity phone number. There are different services where you can buy very premium numbers. So if that's of interest, we can work with you. Send a note to our support team, and we can help you out there.
Daryna, Russ asked, any plans for a Canadian sales office?
Great question. Well, it's funny because I know how our first sales hire is based in Canada, and I know he's not here at this moment, but he's probably going to watch this video. So, How, if you're watching this, hello. We are hiring we are a distributed team. We're hiring around the world. We are. At this point, the concept of the office is a little blurry, but we definitely want to have hubs in different cities where our team is based. So we are open to hiring anywhere. We love Canada. We will hire in Canada. We'll hire in the US. We will hire, you name it. We'll hire everywhere. So so if you're interested, Russ, if you want to join us, again, drop us a note, apply, send me a message. But yeah, at this point, we are a distributed team, and we want to be able to hire people no matter where they are.
Kaylin asks a timeline for referral: 2 weeks, 2 months, a year. Definitely not a year. I would say it's between, I don't want to put words in other people's mouths, but I would say it's looking between 2 weeks to a month, I would say, as a rough estimate. It's within that side of the scale. So it's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Also, Kaylin, again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing if you have colleagues, so just want to understand, if you want to invite your team to OpenPhone, you can do that already. It just kind of depends. Like, referral program helps if you invite people who are going to be essentially their own workspaces. If you want to invite people to your existing workspace, you actually don't really need a referral program for that. So it really just depends on, are you inviting your team members to be in your workspace or to have their own workspaces? So referral program really only works if you are inviting people to get their own workspace. Cool. Seems like no more questions. Any more questions?
VJ just said that they can't see the features on the Mac app. So the rollout for the updates, depending on where you're located, some servers may it may take a while for that update to come through. You can try and just go into I believe into the top menu, and you can check for updates, and that can sometimes force that update to come through. If it doesn't come through now, it should come through shortly. Just maybe try again in another hour or so, and it should come through.
Cool. And I am waiting to hear from Ty about the winners of our draw. I think, Gustavo missed the event. No worries, Gustavo. This is recorded, so you're good. Don't worry about it. You'll get an email, and also we'll be posting this on YouTube. So, all right, we've got 3 winners, by the way. Drum roll, please. Yeah, exciting. So let's hope you guys are still here. Okay, we've got 3 winners. We've got Dima, Graf, Brandon, and Lindsay. Dima, Brandon, and Lindsay. If this is you, posting right here, you got some OpenPhone swag, including this amazing T-shirt. I'm not going to tell you what else is in the package, but you won't be disappointed. Let's just say that. I definitely think T-shirt is my favorite. I kind of want to have more shirts, but yeah, congratulations. We will be in touch with you after this, just to coordinate and make sure you get your packages. And on that note, Zara is asking where we can buy T-shirts. We haven't thought of this yet, right? Like a swag store?
Yeah, maybe we'll open up a store at some point. That's actually maybe not a bad idea. We'll look into it.
Yeah, if you want to have a store, let us know. Yeah, so it would be a fun project. Cool. Hey, alternative sources of revenue, right? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, the more we can give you swag, the better. Hey, we love it. So if you want some T-shirts, we can make that happen. Cool. Well, on that note, we're gonna close things off. Finally, look, you know where to find us. We're here. Cai dropped his email in the chat. I did too. So maybe I'll do it again. I'll just say if you want to follow up with us after this, I'm putting both of our emails. There you go. Send us notes. Have a great day. We're gonna close this off. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you all later.
Thanks, everyone. See you.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye.